South Africa and Rwanda are two countries that are very different in almost all aspects, including geography, as one is in the east and the other in the south, economic prowess, and strategic priorities. Yet the two countries have threatened each other to go to war over their interest on what's happening in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. South Africa has accused Rwanda of sponsoring and supporting the M23 rebels that recently killed 9 South African soldiers and continue to destabilize the eastern part of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Rwanda, on the other hand, has denied the allegations of supporting the M23 rebels and has insisted that the M23 rebels are of Congolese nationalities and do not receive any support from Rwanda. In today's video, therefore, we are going to compare the military strength of Rwanda and South Africa. Number 5. South Africa versus Rwandan Army. The Rwandan Army. The Rwandan Army is the largest component of the Rwanda Defense Forces with an estimated number of 33,000 active personnel, 2,000 reserve personnel, and 10,000 paramilitary personnel. The Rwandan Army is organized into an infantry division, mechanized brigades, and specialized units, including special forces and commandos. The Rwandan Army is equipped with sophisticated weaponry, including military tanks, assault rifles, mortars, and rocket launchers. The South African Army. South Africa has a well-established army with an estimated 72,000 active personnel, 15,000 reserve personnel, and 17,000 paramilitary personnel. The South African Army is the largest component of the South African National Defense Forces and is equipped with advanced weaponry, including military tanks, assault rifles, mortars, and rocket launchers. In comparison, the South African Army is far more advanced and well-equipped than the Rwandan Army, with superior armored vehicles and artillery and with a larger manpower capacity. Number 4. South Africa versus Rwanda Air Force. The Rwandan Air Force is the air branch of the Rwanda Defense Forces established in 1962. The Rwandan Air Force has an estimated total of 20 aircraft, including 10 helicopters, 5 transport aircraft, and a limited number of drones. The Rwandan Air Force has a personnel capacity of approximately 1,000 soldiers that focuses on defensive operations, disaster support, and close air support. The South African Air Force. The South African Air Force is the air branch of the South African National Defense Forces, established in 1920 and is headquartered in Pretoria, South Africa. The South African Air Force is equipped with a total of 220 aircraft, including 26 fighter jets, 12 attack aircraft, 80 attack helicopters, and 30 transport aircraft, with a limited number of drones. In comparison to the Rwandan Air Force, the South African Air Force is much stronger with more advanced fighter jets, attack helicopters, and transport aircraft. Number 3. South Africa versus Rwandan Navy. The Rwandan Navy. Despite being a landlocked country, Rwanda has a small but significant navy responsible for protecting its water bodies, mainly Lake Kivu, which forms part of the border with the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The Rwandan Navy is tasked with maritime security around Lake Kivu, border protection, search and rescue, providing support for the Rwanda Defense Forces, and performing counterterrorism and anti-smuggling operations. the South African Navy. The South African Navy is the naval warfare branch of the South African Defence Forces responsible for protecting South Africa's maritime interests such as territorial waters, exclusive economic zones, and strategic shipping lanes. The South African Navy is the third strongest navy in Africa and the strongest in sub-Saharan Africa, with a total of 30 ships, 3 submarines, 4 frigates, 6 patrol vessels, and 2 amphibious ships. It is therefore evident that South Africa has a more advanced and well-equipped naval command compared to Rwanda, which is a landlocked country. Number 2. South Africa vs Rwanda Special Forces. The Rwandan Special Forces. Within the Rwandan Defense Forces, Rwanda has highly trained special forces known for their advanced combat skills, counter-terrorism expertise, and peacekeeping operations. The Rwandan Special Forces have gained reputation for their efficiency, discipline, and effectiveness in Africa. The Rwanda Special Forces have acquired special training from both Western and regional partners, including the US, France, and Israel. The South African Special Forces. The South African Special Forces, also called the South African Special Forces Brigade, is a special branch of the South African National Defence Forces and is one of the most experienced military units in Africa. The unit is also highly trained by Western, Eastern, and regional partners such as the US, France, Russia, China, and Israel. In comparison, the Rwanda Special Forces are more active and combat-ready than the South African Special Forces. However, the South African Special Forces still hold an edge in advanced training, long-range strategic operation, and specialized missions. Number 1. International influence and deployment. The Rwandan Defense Forces. The Rwanda Defense Forces is known for its discipline, rapid deployment, and effectiveness in counterinsurgency and urban warfare. It has gained a reputation for effectiveness in regional operations, playing an important role in bringing peace in Mozambique and the Central African Republic. They have, however, also received international condemnation for supporting the M23 rebels that continue to destabilize the eastern part of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The South African National Defence Forces. The South African National Defence Forces has participated in several international peacekeeping missions, playing an important role in bringing peace in Mozambique, the Central African Republic, and currently fighting against the M23 rebels in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. They were also previously involved in the Angolan and Namibian wars and other peacekeeping missions in Sudan and Somalia. In conclusion, the South African military is much stronger in almost all aspects compared to the Rwandan army. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe as I bring you more information on the African continent, people, and culture.